Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have got another football video. I suppose the last video was kind of sports and on the Twitter account based, not football based at all. So it's actually probably one of the first football videos on the channel, if not the first ever football video on the channel. I still keep doing this whole thing where I'm looking up instead of looking at the actual lens at the camera. Anyway, we've got NFL playoffs coming in over the weekend. Hella excited for it. It's currently a Wednesday when I'm recording this, so it's nowhere near the time. So, not uber excited yet, but I'm having friends over because it's my birthday on the Monday as well, and we're going to be watching all the football games over the weekend. So it's going to be fun AF, and the Pats are on the early game, and I can't wait. So that's the first game I guess we'll start with. This video is going to be my predictions for who's going to win each playoff game coming up. I'm probably not going to do scores, like exact scores, because they'd probably just be very wrong, so what's the point really? So yeah, I'm just going to pick who I think will win and why, and that's pretty much it. So first we'll start off with the Chargers-Pats game. If I keep looking over to the side, by the way, that's where I have the games. Shut up, dog! Literally every time I record a video, he just goes here and makes noise between my legs where I'm sitting. Jeez. Anyway, Flash. Fuck. Literally every time, dog. Literally every time. Do you want to make some football predictions? Is that it? Just stop. Stop it. Get away from me. Get out of here. You're filth. Get away. Where were we? Chargers Pats. Jesus Christ. It's kind of hard to pick against the Pats, to be honest, because look what they've done over the past two years, I think. The past God knows how many years, but the past 2 years specifically is when I've been watching. So look what they've been doing, and the fact that they've even made it this year and played as well as they did, even though they don't look like half the team they used to look. And yet they're still here in the playoffs. A team to be afraid of. Both defenses here, it was kind of the same deal with both teams, really. You have Phillip Rivers, an old quarterback. You have Tom Brady, an old quarterback. Obviously, Phillip Rivers is still looking for a Super Bowl, so he's probably hungry for it. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, obviously always hungry for the title. I don't know how you can really pick against the Pats here, so I'm going to have to go for the Pats just because I've never actually seen the Chargers in the playoffs and a team to fear in the playoffs, whereas the Pats are a team to fear in the playoffs every year. So Pats are going to have to be my pick in that game. Sorry to everyone who probably hates me for that because it is the Patriots, but you know, how can you pick against them? They do the same shit every year. Next we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game could be an all-out offensive blitz, and I'm excited for it because Kansas City obviously have Mahomes as their quarterback. They have so many offensive weapons, Tyreek Hill and Kelsey, obviously the favourite targets of Mahomes. Touchdown central there. Then you have the Indy offensive line and Andrew Luck slinging it to everyone. And Kansas don't really have a defense. The Colts, I'm not really sure about their defense. It's not the strongest defense, but it's also not a very weak defense. So I feel like maybe if the Colts defense could step up, that could cause Kansas problems. But I don't see the Kansas defense stopping the Colts offense. So maybe the Colts could pull off an upset, but if Mahomes and the Chiefs keep rolling the way they've been rolling all season, then they'll probably outscore really. But then again, they've come up against the Rams, I think, and the Saints during the regular season, and they lost to both. But who knows? This is playoffs. This could be different. Maybe Mahomes will choke in the playoffs. So many things at hand here. Who do I think will win? Oh, it's so tough. Oh, I want to say Kansas, just for the fact that I'd love to see Kansas against any team that's in the playoffs right now. I would want to see them more. But then the Colts, I wouldn't be mad if they won either because their offensive line and Andrew Luck, Marlon Mack, they're all doing so well. they kind of shocked me last week by dominating the Texans so well. So it wouldn't surprise me again if they did well against Kansas. But again, it would be probably more fun to see Kansas go through as a neutral fan. So either way, I'm not mad. But my pick for who would win, my prediction, I think would be Kansas. Just because I think their offense would be too powerful. But then again, the other result wouldn't surprise me. I really don't know here. This is probably the closest one of all of them. So moving on to the next one. Kansas was my pick for that one. Moving on to the next one. The Saints and Philadelphia. New Orleans Saints, Philadelphia Eagles. I just don't want to see the Eagles. As a Giants fan, I don't want to see the Eagles there at all. Like, they won it last year. Fair enough. Nick Foles was a miracle worker last year. Now this year, the fact that they even beat the Bears, I'm blown away by. Like, how? I know it was a freak field goal thing that happened at the end with Cody Parkey's one hitting the post and then the crossbar that denied them the win. But if they somehow pull off the upset and beat Drew Brees and the Saints, then Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be surprised if they went on to win the Super Bowl. But they will probably have to get past the Saints and the Rams. That's going into the next one. But still, for this one, I cannot see anything but a Saints win. Honestly, the way Drew Brees and the Saints have played all season, their defense even got better towards the end of the season. So how can you not see the Saints winning and going on to the next round? Philly just need to go away. They just need to stop. Just let them be gone already. Jesus Christ. Moving on to the next game, the Rams and Dallas. Dallas, I didn't actually expect to even get past the Seahawks. So they've kind of surprised me in that aspect. But to see Dallas, to try and like envision Dallas beating the Rams have probably been one of my favourite teams to watch all season. With Aaron Donald in the defense, their entire defense is great. Their offense is kind of 50-50 sometimes. But when it gets going, the offense, it really gets going with Jared Goff and Todd Gurley, obviously. So I know this is a game of Gurley versus Zeke as well. But I don't know, I just can't see anything but a Rams win again. And I also really want to see the Rams and the Saints in the next round. So yeah, Rams for that one. And that's all 4 games, all 4 playoff games that are coming up. They'll probably, I think, the Pats-Chargers game will be close. I think the Kansas-Colts game will be close. I'm hoping that the Eagles and the Cowboys get blown out, just because obviously as a Giants fan, them being in our division, I want to see them gone. And I just don't see them being like worthy. You look at all the teams that are in there right now. Chargers have been pretty, well, I don't know, the Chargers have been kind of 50-50 all season as well, but Phillip Rivers deserves to be there anyway. And he's been slinging it all season. The Pats are just always there. Kansas obviously deserve to be there. They've been dominating all season. Indianapolis, just for their offensive line, deserve to be there. The Saints deserve to be there, obviously, because domination all season. The Rams, domination all season. And then the Cowboys and the Eagles, you feel like they've just scraped in. And now they're just hanging on. That's how I feel anyway, personally. I know there might be some Cowboys and Eagles fans that see this that have a completely different opinion. But it just feels like they've scraped in, and now, if they win, it'll be an upset, no matter who they're playing. Like, the Eagles getting past the Bears, I'll never get over it. The Bears just deserve it. The Bears' defense all season has been ridiculous. And then they get done in by a field goal. The Seahawks, I don't know, the Seahawks, I guess, are about the same as Dallas, really. So the Seahawks-Dallas game wasn't so much of a surprise. I just didn't expect Dallas to be able to get past the Seahawks. But they did, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But if they get past the Rams as well, Jesus. Somebody please uninstall them. So anyway, yeah. My games that I've predicted to go to the championship games for the NFC and the AFC are Pats versus Kansas and Rams versus Saints. Which is probably probably like the easiest things to pick because they're the highest seeds in the games. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Colts there as well. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Chargers. Although I kind of would be surprised because then the Pats would be out and it would be weird. But then it would be also nice and fresh. So maybe that would be a nice thing too. You know what? Colts and Chargers. That would be a great game too. Whatever happens in the AFC is great. Just as long as it's in the NFC, it's Rams and Saints, and both of my enemies are gone, then it's fine. To go for a Super Bowl winner right now, I can't do it. I really can't do it. I need to see these games first, so maybe another video next week. But at the moment, if I was to throw it out there, it would probably be Pats or Rams. Pats, Rams, or Saints are the ones I see winning it the most. Just because the Pats are always there, but then their team's kind of dead at the moment. So I'm just going to stop, wait for the games to happen, and make another video next time around. Yeah. Right. I'm done. I'm sorry for all the fans that I've triggered during this video, but go fuck yourself. You're in the playoffs and I'm not, so get over it. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!